Hello everybody, this is OpsterGaming here, and today I'll be doing something different on the channel, which is more for clan leaders and co-leaders in Clash Royale. This is aimed specifically towards Clan Wars 2 clans, so clans that are competitive in war. It will probably be most useful for clans in 4K and 5K plus war, and it should be something that any clan leader in those clans should be able to understand if they want to be able to thrive in war. So to get started, the title of the video is Analysing Clans and Developing Strategies for End of Season Success. So first of all, first thing you're going to need to do is gather your data from Royal API. So visit the Royal API website, search for each clan in your group. So for example, you go to Royal API, search for your clan, have a look at your River Race to see your war group. Then you'd want to go into each clan in your war group and collect the historical performance data, focusing on 4K and 5K scores. So by that, what I mean is basically what I would recommend doing is creating a spreadsheet to record scores for each clan over the past seasons. So say there's one clan in your war group in 5K war, you click on that clan, you look at their past, say 3 to 4 seasons, probably about 3 seasons, see what they scored during the River Race weeks, see what they scored during the Colosseum weeks, and note it down in a spreadsheet. Do that for all of the clans in your war group, including your own clan. Then you'll want to calculate the average score for each clan. So basically, to do that, you look at a few different factors which we'll go over in the video. And then the next thing that you'll do is identify performance trends, improving, stable or declining. So by that, what I mean is you're going to need to work out, have they improved from previous seasons? So say there's 3 seasons, what did they score? 140k, next season they scored 141, season after that they scored 142. Based on that, you could probably say they're improving by about 1k a season, which would mean next time it'll be 143. So you could try and work it out in that kind of way. You can see if they are usually around the same average, or if they've actually declined. And next you're going to check for the Looster strategy. Now I won't go over this strategy too much because of the fact that Supercell doesn't acknowledge it, even so they should have years ago. But basically, a lot of the top clans in the game will use Looster to win as a way to get ahead and to almost cheat the system. So whether your clan does this or not is up to you really. Supercell rules wise, I would say don't do it, but do look out for it because there are a lot of clans that will do it. So you will need to identify if they are doing that strategy, because if they are doing it, it makes a huge difference. Especially if they try to drop the 4K. So say you're against a 5K clan at about 5,015 trophies. It's a 4-week season, so they could lose 5, 5, and 5. So if they came 3rd place every week, they could drop down to 5,000. That would mean they're trapped in 5K color. Say they got 4th place every week, that would be dropped by 30, so that would be 4,985. That would put them in 4K war. Now, here's where I talk about the border issue, which is another thing that has not been fixed in the game yet, and likely won't ever be, because it's been a problem for years now. Basically, there's this border issue at 5K, whereas clans in 5K can only verse other clans in 5K war. What I mean by that is matchmaking. So, say you're a player in a 5K war clan, you can only face players in 5K, whereas 4K war clans will only verse players in 4K war. So obviously with all the top clans being in 5K war, that would make 5K war a lot harder than 4K. So what you will find is that clans near the border will try to drop beneath 5K ready for Colosseum so that they can increase their average, because they will score a lot higher than 4K war due to it being easier than 5K. So you will need to look out for that and try and trap them or work a strategy. Another thing they do is do lose to win. So if they need to drop down anyway, they're likely going to abuse the lose to win strategy, which is basically where they lose their war battles on purpose to get easier matchmaking. So then when they go down to 4K war, they won't just be against 4K opponents, but they'll be versing 4K players with low win rates, meaning that their average will be increased. Now, I won't go naming any clans that do this, but I'll just tell you that in 5K war you're probably looking at 99.9% of clans, which is one of the reasons to why Supercell's probably never bothered fixing it. Because basically every clan abuses it, so it's definitely something that you need to check for. So predict end of season standings. So use the average scores and trends to predict end of season scores, and adjust predictions for any known changes, key player additions or losses. Now that's just an example, it's not really one that you'd actually really look for. The main things that you'd look for really are how much lose to win do they have behind them, that's a very important factor. Can they drop below the border? So can they get into 4K wall, as I've already talked about. They're the two main things, but you could also try and predict it based on previous scores. Say, are they slowly increased or decreased? So you try and do these little things, and you're never going to get it 100% accurate. You'll only see what you actually see on playing, but you can almost predict it 99.9% of the time based on those facts. So, next you'll rank the clans. So, ranking the clans based on predicted scores, determine likely finishing positions for each clan. Again, that's kind of what I've already given. The next you'll want to develop strategic tactics. So, for your clan, there'll be timing, so decide the optimal time for playing. If rivals are using the lose to win strategies, as we've talked about, consider an earlier push. So I'd better explain that on a bit better. What that basically means is, say you're at 5,180 war trophies, you know you're not going to win the Colosseum route because a bunch of clans that you're against are either in 4K war, so they're going to score a lot higher, or they're using lose to win strategy. So that's all 4 clans in your war group. Now you might look at it and go, well, if 3 of those clans are going to be doing lose to win for the first 3 weeks, and the other clan is playing, maybe you could get a plus 10 on the River Race weeks, and then a minus 100 on the final week. That way, overall from the season, you only lose minus 70 rather than minus 100. Otherwise, if you think that maybe you could beat that 4K clan who's doing lose to win by doing lose to win yourselves, because you think that you'll still average higher with just a little bit of lose to win in 5K, maybe you do lose to win for the first 3 weeks and minus, you'll probably be drawn, so you probably get about minus 15, minus 10ish, something like that, minus 12 maybe. And then in the Colosseum you get plus 100, so you got to work these things out. Now, lose to win wise, my advice is don't do it. It is, I want to say it's against Supercell rules, but there's no actual rule against it because obviously they've never actually admitted to it being there. Why they've never admitted to it, I don't know why. Probably because they don't know how to fix it. But I would recommend against doing it due to the fact that they do have no rules. Anything fixes matchmaking or goes against any kind of fair play is not acceptable in the game, so that would go under that bracket being matchmaking. But yeah, you do need to know about it and be aware of it because most of the top clans do it, if not all of them. So against rival clans, you will need counter strategies, so develop tactics to counter top clan strategies. Prepare to disrupt rivals' final push if they use lose to win. So again, this is very difficult to do, but if you look at your matchup and go, with lose to win, they still might only average 5 above us. Then you could go, alright then, so to counter that, we'll go and maybe do lose to win 4 week as well, or something like that. So this is what a lot of the top clans do. I've seen a lot of them doing it. Focus targets, so identify key rival clans for direct competition. So you look at your group and go, which one's going to be the issue for us this season. Next is an example analysis. So clans in your group, say clan A has got pass scores of 43,000, 45,000, 46,000 and 47,000. Their average score, I'm missing 0 off it, would be 45,250, and their trend would be improving. Clan B, past scores of 41,000, 42,000, 41,500, and 43,000. So the average score would be 41,870.5, which is a stable trend. Clan C, we got 44,000, 45,000, 46,000, and 45,500, and their average score would be 45,120.5, which again is a stable score. Past scores for Clan D would be 47,000, 47,500, 48,000, 49,000. So the average score would be 47,850.5. Their trend would be improving. Looser in strategy, yes, significant end of season score increase. So obviously you can't quite go by that, but you could see that likely it would be that fact. You'd have to look into it and go, why is this happening? And if you go on the River Race weeks, they've been losing. Then all of a sudden they've got these big scores in Colosseum. Well, there you go. The predicted scores and ranking. So Clan D, 49,500, first, strong improvement and lose to it. Clan A, 47,500, second, consistent improvement. Clan C, 46,000, third, stable performance. Clan B, 43,000, fourth, stable but lower scores. The strategic tactics. For your clan, assumed as Clan A, push early, secure a lead before Clan D's lose to win strategy kicks in. Win the River Race weeks, expecting to lose follow, something that I've already talked about earlier in the video. Optimise matchups, focus on defeating Clan C to secure second place. Final push, save resources for final push to fend off lower rank lose to win attempts. Now this is basically when I said earlier about clans who are doing it, but you think that you can still possibly beat them because they're not a very good clan. And now the final thing I'm going to talk about is something that you should know already, but I've listed it here just in case you don't remember or need to find it. Trophy gains based on positions. So in Colosseum week, first place is equal to plus 100 trophies, second place is plus 50 trophies, third place is minus 25 trophies, fourth place is minus 50 trophies, fifth place is minus 100 trophies. During River Race weeks, first place would be a plus 20, second place would be a plus 10, third place would be a minus 5, fourth place would be a minus 10, and fifth place will be a minus 20. So hopefully this helps everybody. If you have any questions, which I'm sure there's loads of them if you're new to this, please feel free to ask in the comment section below. Make sure to join the Discord, check out the OpsterGaming website. Maybe if you're a top player in the game with a top finish, feel free to apply for OpsterGaming Clash Royale team. If you need a clan, apply for the clan on the website, https. Well, I didn't need you to do that, just OpsterGaming.co.uk. And that'll be it for now. I will also attach this PowerPoint in the description below for you to be able to download and have a look at yourself. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely hit that bell icon for more Clash Royale content. For now, peace out.